Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a little Throwback Thursday. Now I normally don't do album shares so back to back, but today we're doing an album share. It is the first album of 3 of our 2015 Walt Disney World trip. So I figured I would walk down memory lane a little bit with you guys and maybe get re-inspired for the Disney layouts that I still have to complete. That is one thing I like to do. I like to look at old albums and kind of re-look at things I used to do and maybe things I forgot I used to do or something I really loved and I want to repeat it. So just like in the other albums, this is a Project Life binder. It has Project Life branding and I covered it up with some Project Life pocket cards and then a Disney die cut that I'm pretty sure came from Echo Park. So here is my opening page. This is just a 4x6 card, a doily 2015 acetate piece that I placed over cardstock and then cut to fit it so you don't really see the separation. And then it looks like all kinds of mists, so white, gold, and black mist. Sprayed all over the cardstock background. So we're starting out how many of my Disney layouts or Disney albums start out, and that is with us traveling. So here we are on the Mickey bus. We have Alex and Lana and Chloe, and then of course Christopher and I, and oh my goodness, my hair was short then. And this is even Mickey bus. Now I wonder, are these are stickers that I've just inked. Lots of arrows. So yes, my arrows are pointing to the word bus. Puffies, a date stamp here. Looks like I have some inked edges and a Mickey head. So I wonder if this is a Mickey head album. It might be. Not exactly sure. Then I have an 8.5 by 11 page protector that I made into a pocket page. So our boarding passes, a Disney's Magical Express luggage tag, which is now defunct. So we didn't use all of them. So the one I didn't use, I tucked in here. Okay, so I'll get that tucked back in there. And then on the other side, Magical Express. Look, there's a Mickey head. There's not a Mickey head on this one. Mickey head. Maybe, I don't know if this is supposed to be a Mickey head. No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like just it's something that I used. Okay, so then we have a pocket page. Now this is just little decorations right on top of the photos. And then a title page or a title pocket there. And then just showing our room, photos of the room, a little bit of journaling about what we did. The map of the resort with a little decoration on the map as well. Now I did cover up these that said Office Depot, but for some reason I left this one that said Office Depot. So the other side of the map, a little bit more decoration and actually a photo on top as well. And then the recreation calendar, so the things that they have going on at the resort. And then decorations over here as well. So then more resort room photos. It says the first room. So we stayed in one room and then moved on because of our arrival time. So then we get into the magic of the Grand. Now, if you guys know me, you know that my favorite hotel in Walt Disney World is the Grand Floridian. I just love the look. I love the atmosphere. I love the squishy carpet. Like, you name it, I love it about the Grand Floridian. So here we have that. And then we move right into the Grand Floridian maps and the paperwork that they used to give you. A lot of this paperwork and things like this has stopped in Walt Disney World, so not all of these things happen in every Walt Disney World album. So more recreation calendar, and then a little bit of decoration on there as well. Then I get to another pocket page. So these are photos of the room, the pillow, the chair with the Mickey, the hidden Mickey head within the embroidery on the chair. This is a acetate piece that is literally just placed right on top of a 4x6 cut out of paper. And then more things of the Grand Floridian in the restroom, the double sinks. This green tube right here was foot cream, and oh my goodness, we still talk about how amazing that foot cream was. I think Lana texted us and our family chat today that she wanted some of the green foot cream. So this is from 2015 and we're still talking about it. And then just a decorative piece over here that says this is the good stuff. And then of course our charge statement from the Grand Floridian. And then on this side, this is the chocolate that they put on, or it's not the actual chocolate, it's the chocolate wrapper that they put on your pillow for turn down service. And then this is our mousekeeping person. They sign their names that they were taking care of our room. And then there's just some photos of the Grand and looking off at the Polynesian over here. And then there's the wedding pavilion. And this is just a layout. So this right here, this piece of paper right here that has the dots, I actually embossed over top of this. And this looks like when I mixed my white and my clear embossing powder inadvertently. So there's like flecks of white in it. Lots of doilies and lots of splatters going on these pages. So this is Dream Together. Now this makes my soul happy. So this is Lana and Alex both asleep in the lobby of the Grand Floridian. And I don't know what it is, you guys, about the lobby of the Grand Floridian, but you sit there, you've got the ambiance, you've got the music playing, and you just want to take a nap. And somebody will take a nap when we're staying at the Grand Floridian, or if we stay at another hotel and we come visit the Grand Floridian, because you are allowed to do that. You're allowed to visit the other hotels. I want to pull this out and adhere this because it's not adhered. You are allowed to visit the other Disney hotels. Somebody takes a nap at the Grand Floridian. And actually, my last solo trip, I went to the Grand Floridian by myself, and I took a nap in the lobby. And I mean, it's when I say take a nap, like you're falling asleep in the chair. It's not like you are full out with a blanket and a pillow and all that. You're just enjoying the moment. And then here is the chocolates actually on the pillow, and then the good night tag, and it says, you know, they've turned down our room. This is probably the reason why they don't do this stuff anymore, because people like me would take it and scrapbook it. But there it is. Okay, so this is the Magic of the Land. So this is in Epcot. It's called Living with the Land. It's a boat ride through a bunch of different kind of environments where you're learning about different ways to grow things. So here we have pineapples and lettuce. And this is a 2-page spread that I put a divider in. So here are the little alligators, tomatoes, all kinds of fun things here. And then on this side, this is a fake pocket page. So this is just 6 12x12 photos placed on a page that makes it look like a pocket page. And it's the Pan, which is Peter Pan. So these are photos from Peter Pan's flight, and then did some journaling here. And then here are just some family photos around the parks. This is the trip where we all had themed shirts. So, like Christopher and I wore Marvel X-Men shirts. And then the kids Disney bound it. So Chloe and Lana Disney bound it as the evil stepsisters, and Alex Disney bound it as Perry the Platypus. And then this was Mickey shirt day. This was Marvel shirt day. This is Ride shirt day. So Alex did the ball. I had Space Mountain. Lana had Jungle Cruise. Christopher has the People Mover, and Chloe has Star Tours. It was awesome. This trip I was like so planned, and all of our things were matching. It was just a lot of fun. And then here we have I Love Space Mountain. So we rode on both sides. So this is us, and then we had a spare person on this one, and she was just excited as the rest of us. It was funny because we were like, okay, we're gonna all put our hands up, like hands are gonna go up, and she went along with it, so that was awesome. Now I absolutely adore Space Mountain, and then here it is with the lights on. We were actually in the People Mover. That's how we got these photos. So whenever we ride Space Mountain with the lights on, we cheer. We are ridiculously excited to ride Space Mountain with the lights on. You hear and feel like this collective, oh, but our family is like, yeah, we love it. It's just a whole experience. And if you ever ride Space Mountain with me, you will want me behind you because I laugh until I'm crying the entire time because it is so fun. And then fun fact, this red paper right here is actually from a Christmas paper pad. Okay, so now we have Winnie the Pooh. So we have Lana and Alex outside of the Winnie the Pooh ride. And then we have more photos of the Winnie the Pooh ride, and I have a little flip up. Now, this is an interactive wall that I actually don't know if it's still there. You touch it and the honey moves and things like that. It's really, really cool. And again, this is an embossed die cut that has white mixed into it because, you know, I mixed up my embossing powders. So here we have Mickey Head ice cream. So in our family, we always get a Mickey Head ice cream. Sometimes we get Mickey Heads on a stick. Sometimes we get the Oreo ones. But everybody gets a Mickey Head ice cream, and we all take a photo. And it was hot. Look how, like, our faces are red. So it was hot. So this is a 2-page layout. This Mickey Head was cut with the Cricut. We've got these puffy stars, and then again, mixed up embossing powder, so it's got clear and white going on. And then Main Street windows. So these are just windows that I took photos of on Main Street. Lots of layers. This yellow paper was texturized with my paper crimper, which is something I need to do some more of. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, so I'm embossing a lot of die cuts. Used to be one of my absolute favorite things to do, and I haven't done that in a while, so I'm thinking in the back of my head, okay, that needs to happen. Paper crimper needs to be pulled out. Look, no naked tag holes, because, you know, we can't have a naked tag hole. Then we have time for teacups. So the kids rode the teacups and spun themselves senseless. I mean, good on them, right? And then on this side is just photos of the Little Mermaid. And then here, the Great Movie Ride. So this is no longer the Great Movie Ride. This is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And even though that is a super fun ride and I love the experience and they've got a great Disney trash can, I miss the Great Movie Ride a lot. So we have that going on here. More embossing on die cuts. And then we have Splash Mountain, so a bunch of photos. This is a 2-page spread, embossed. This is one of the Paper Wishes fancy laser cut die cuts. I have a collection of them that I've been kind of actually hoarding, so I need to make sure that more of these go onto my Disney layouts. And I don't want one Disney trip to have all of them. I want to spread them out, and you guys know I take Disney trips enough that I can, so I just need to make sure that that happens. And then here we have a Splash Mountain photo. So we actually have a wall of Disney canvases in our hallway, and we have 2 Splash Mountain photos, and this is not one of them. We have better ones. So I don't know what the heck Alex is doing. He's being Mr. Cool, but Christopher and I were kind of like, over top of Alex's head. Lana's just like, yep, and poor Chloe is losing her mind because for some reason Splash Mountain freaks her out. Yeah. So here we have this. Now this over here is stamped. The black is just stamped and the white is embossed. And then there's splatter on it. And I put the splatter on it specifically because I did not use my embossing powder tool on here, so there's lots of extra embossing. So I figured if I splattered it, it would look like it was done on purpose. But now I've told you guys, so now you guys know it wasn't done on purpose. So this is just a family photo at the Food and Wine Festival. I love this photo. And it says, "Believe in the magic," and then I have this little heart tucked into the sea. This is actually Creative Memories paper right here, this bottom one. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. So this is just some stamping, and then we took photos of Mr. Gold Pawnbroker and Once Upon a Time and Hero and Villain. Because at this time, Chloe, Lana, and I were watching Once Upon a Time religiously. We were watching it all the time. We were so into it, and we were just, we loved it. So I've got a bunch of different strips down on this side, and then a banner on the bottom here, and then some of the banners are popped up on some foam squares. Then here we have another pocket page. So this is Muppet 3D. So this is a pre-printed cut apart, and I just added to it to make a title. And this is, you look under the mat at the Muppet 3D and you see the key. So that is why the key is there. And then there's just photos of different things during the show and a little bit of decoration. And then on the back over here, this is at Be Our Guest restaurant. So just some photos with some things, a little bit of decoration here. Be Our Guest, it tells you exactly what it is. And then Christopher and Alex over here. This is the Enchanted Rose in the West Wing. So this rose, the petals actually fall down. Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. So this is practically the same exact photo. It's a little different. You can, if you look at our facial expressions. So this one's here, and then I cut this one down to go with the Enchanted Rose, since this was the stained glass with the rose right there. And then again, this is a die cut that has been embossed. I'm pretty sure that these roses right here are Freckled Fawn, and they've actually yellowed quite a bit. The epoxy on them has yellowed, which is fine because it's golden, so it has this gold hue towards all of it, but it's definitely yellowed. Okay, so then this page, these are labels that I made. This is washi tape at the top on white, just white strips of paper. So I made my own label strips. This is us in Tomorrowland. Another pocket page. So I think for this trip, I did a lot of regular and pocket pages, and lots of journaling. This is Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, which was a lot of fun. So Christopher took the girls to the pool, And Alex and I went back to Magic Kingdom because he wanted to buy some things, and then he decided that he wanted to become a sorcerer while he was there. So we signed him up, got the sorcerer's cards, and he went around and played the interactive game. And then here's just some various photos from throughout Disney. So they're simply magic moments because these really didn't have a full page kind of story. And then here we have the Jungle Cruise. So this is all of them on the Jungle Cruise. And then on this side, we have some Toy Story Midway Mania photos. So the Etch-a-Sketch, and then our scores, and just the Toy Story Midway Mania thing there. Here is the very cool car in Hollywood Studios, and this is Chloe Byatt because she loved it. These are popped up, more splatters, more embossing. And then here we have the girls with the evil stepsisters. Now this photo is the photo that we had blown up for our big canvas Disney wall. This is where they were Disney bounding, and when the stepsisters realized that the girls were Disney bounding as them, they had a grand old time. And then Drusilla over here, when she realized that Lana was Disney bounding as her, Lady Tremaine was like, oh, your bow should not be on your bracelet on your wrist. Your bow has to be on the top of your head. So they took Lana's bracelet off of her wrist and put it in a little bow on the top of her head, which I thought was really, really awesome. So we've always had great interactions with Lady Tremaine and the evil stepsisters, like really great interactions. So it was a lot of fun. And then we have Sci-Fi. So this is an 8x10 photo. It is a Disney photo that you got with PhotoPass. And then I took a picture outside of Sci-Fi, and then I embossed some chipboard. We love going to the Sci-Fi dine-in. And then here, this is Beer Garden. It's a kind of it's a German food buffet. It's so great. It's got sausage and kraut, and oh my goodness, it's so good. And then they play Oktoberfest music, so that is really exciting. So yeah, just love that. And then on this side, this is Test Track. So it's designing your own car at Test Track, and that is on this side. So this is a 3x4 card that has a chipboard on top of it, and then this is just me making my own card. So that is album 1 of our 2015 Disney trip. There's more embossed with the clear and white embossing powder. I think what happened was when I realized that I had mixed them, I didn't realize until I actually tried to emboss something, and then I figured, you know what, I'm just going to keep it that way because I've done it once. I think I do it throughout the entire album. We'll have to see. There are three volumes in our 2015 Disney trip, and this is definitely Disney-esque colors, as you could probably tell. So it is a mix of Echo Park and Simple Stories, and then just, you know, regular Disney color things. Not all of my Disney albums are Disney-esque colors. Some of them are just kind of whatever I want it to do, but this definitely is. There's more of that stamping right there. So yeah, so this was fun to go down memory lane. Now I want to go look at the rest of the albums, but I won't put them up so close together. So that is album number 1. And then, as you can see, the spine has a stamped image in 2015 part 1 that was actually written in a black pen, but it has faded, which happens. I'm I'm okay with it. Like it's the back of the album, or it's the outside of the album. It's the inside that needs to be protected. So there it is, you guys. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me as I traveled to Walt Disney World with the family. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video.